So let's look at another property that we can apply to our vectors, and that's using the dot product. Now, the dot product is given by this formula right here, where if I were going to take the dot product between two vectors, what we end up doing is multiplying the horizontal components and adding that to the product of the vertical components. Okay, and it's probably much easier to see when we just actually look at an example. So the first one we're going to work is this one right here. Let me make that a little bigger. First one we're going to work says I want to find the dot product between the vectors 2, 3 and the vector 4, negative 1. Now what we do when we are applying the dot product is I'm going to multiply 2 times 4, so 2 times 4, and add that to 3 times negative 1. 3 times negative 1. So when I multiply those together, I get 8 minus 3, which is going to give me ultimately the number 5. So the dot product is, you would think when I look at the dot product, that if I'm multiplying one vector times another, I would get a new vector with both horizontal and vertical components. But that's not what's happening when I am taking the dot product of our vectors. When I take the dot product, I end up with just one single value. It's similar to matrix multiplication if you're familiar with that. So let's practice one more problem here. Again, I'm going to multiply the horizontal components together, so I get 6 times a negative 2, which would be negative 12, and I add that to the vertical components, 4 times 3, which is 12, and negative 12 plus 12 ends up just being 0. So the dot product for those two vectors is just 0. And that's how you do the dot product.